Hey everyone, it's Marla here, and it's time for One Thrift Wonder Episode 2. My thrifted item this week will be a beautiful ornate frame, and I'm going to pair that with a featured, beautiful Christmas decoupage paper to transform the two into something amazing for your holiday decor. Let's get started. I don't really know when I thrifted this frame. I have quite a stash of frames, but every time I'm in Goodwill or Salvation Army and I see a frame like this, I grab it. Now, I started to paint the frame without realizing that I did not have my video recording. But anyway, you can see here that I'm using milk paint in a beautiful bright red. The color of this milk paint is Fort York Red, and it's the same color as the Fusion Mineral Paint by the same name. It's one of my favorite reds for Christmas. However, you will see when I get finished with this frame that the color changes quite a bit, and it takes on a very old world vintage look that I absolutely love. If you've never used milk paint, it's a 1-to-1 ratio of milk paint powder to water, but sometimes I do mix my milk paint just a little bit thicker than that ratio. It all depends on the nature of the powder. Some will mix up very thin, while others will set for 10 minutes or so and become very thick. I didn't really care if I got a lot of chipping or cracking on this frame because the details are so beautiful. However, I didn't care if the milk paint did crackle. It would just add to that old vintage look. I'm using a very small flat brush and making sure that I get all the milk paint down deep into the details, and I do end up giving this frame 2 coats of the paint, using my heat gun to dry in between coats. After the second coat of milk paint had dried, it was time to seal it, and I decided this time that I would seal it with wax as opposed to something like the dark oil wax from Sweet Pickins. I also chose to use black wax, which is a color I don't use that often, but I knew it was going to give me a finished product that was exactly the color I wanted to go with my decoupage paper. I used a wax brush to apply the wax. The bristles are kind of stiff and it helps to get that wax down into all the details. And then I would stop every so often and take a soft cloth and wipe back the excess wax before moving on and applying more. You can see how that black wax really toned down that bright red paint and gave it just this beautiful, dark, vintage red look. After I finished with that wax, then I decided to highlight all of the details with some vintage gold antiquing wax. I wanted to make sure that I kept the wax just to the highlights, so I put the wax on a popsicle stick and then took a little bit at a time on my finger to rub on top of those details. I just love the way the gold wax enhanced the frame and just brought all the details to life. Once I had finished with the frame, it was time to work with the decoupage paper. For this particular project, instead of using a canvas, I used a thin board that had been cut out to fit the frame. Because I wanted my decoupage paper to really pop, I gave the board one coat of Fusion Mineral Paint in the color Casement, a nice white to create the perfect background for my decoupage paper. Because the wood was raw, it was really soaking up the paint, and so it took a much thicker layer than I would normally use. I went over some of the spots a couple of times, and in the end, I don't know if that was really necessary because the background of the decoupage paper is fairly dark, but I just wanted to make sure that it went on evenly. As you can see, I'm using a thick round brush to apply the paint. This brush kind of comes to a point on the end. I don't know if this is one of those that they call the French tip, but they're wonderful brushes and they really work well for applying paint onto large surfaces. The decoupage paper I chose is by Teresa Renee Art, and it's sold by Decoupage Queen. I purchased 3 or 4 copies of this decoupage paper last year. I sold one of them in my booth and decided this year I was going to make one to hang in my own home and possibly 1 or 2 more to sell in my booth. I absolutely love this picture of Santa. The decoupage paper was almost a perfect fit for my board, which I believe measures 12 inches by 16 inches, but I trimmed it up a little bit anyway so I wouldn't have a lot of excess paper to work with. Once I had the paper trimmed to size, then I applied a coat of Pent Art Decoupage Medium to make a starter strip at the top of the board. As I've mentioned before, I like to begin with this starter strip because it helps me get my decoupage paper into position. If I applied a coat over the entire board, then I would have a tough time moving the paper around to get it exactly where I wanted it. I was having kind of a tough time getting the medium out of the bottle. This is an old bottle and I think the lid was had a very narrow opening. So I just poured some in a glass and used it that way. I want to make sure I get enough of the medium down that the decoupage paper is secure around all of the edges. And then I sprayed the decoupage paper with a little bit of water and laid it down into that starter strip, making sure that it was fairly even from top to bottom and not going off to one side or the other. And once I had it down, then I started working my way down the board with more decoupage medium, spritzing the paper with water, laying that down, going over the top of it with some of the medium and my paintbrush, and I just continue in this process until I get to the bottom of the board. I didn't get very many wrinkles at all. There were a few. This is a large piece of decoupage paper, but I didn't mind that because I want this picture to look old. I want it to look like it's been around for a while. and so a wrinkle here or there was just going to add to that beautiful vintage effect. After the decoupage paper had time to dry, then I went around the edges with my finger sander to remove all of the excess paper. This is my favorite way to remove it because it always gives me a nice clean edge. I wanted to give my picture a very aged antique look, and so I got out my antiquing paste. This is made by Pentart, and I used it to rub over the top of the entire decoupage paper. Now I was able to do this because I had used decoupage medium to seal in that paper. That way, if I felt like it was too dark in some areas, I would be able to go back with a little bit of clear wax and wipe some of it off. You can see in the areas where I've applied it how it's adding those little dark speckles in there, giving it that vintage look. Now obviously, if that's not something that you like, then you would just leave this step out. I also like the way it added the warmth to the area around Santa's head, just making that brown background richer and more to my liking. As you can see, I just continued to add the antiquing paste until I got the look that I was going for. I like the layers, they really bring out that vintage look. After I finished with the antiquing paste, then I got out a solvent-based glossy varnish to go over the entire picture. And I made sure that it was solvent-based because the antiquing paste that I used is also solvent-based. And so if I were to put a water-based product on top of that, it might give it a white or cloudy look, which I absolutely did not want. I not only applied the varnish to protect the decoupage paper, but I also love the way it added to the richness again of the picture. Now, when I got completely finished, I thought it might be a little shiny for my taste, and so I considered going back with a satin finish to tone down the shine just a bit. If you're wondering why I keep picking the picture up and moving it back and forth, it's to make sure that I have the varnish applied over the entire picture. Sometimes, especially with those ring lights, it's hard to see where you've placed something and where you haven't. So just moving it back and forth, let me see any areas that I might have missed. I absolutely love the way these two items came together. They're both beautiful on their own, but together, this is stunning. I can't wait to hang this portrait in my house during the holidays. Please let me know what you think of it in the comments. You don't really need to spend a lot of money or have a lot of items to make absolutely gorgeous home decor. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to watch my video. I hope you enjoyed this transformation as much as I enjoyed making it. If you are new to my channel, my name is Marla and I'm the owner and creator behind From Rust to Roses Vintage. I currently have a booth at the Antique Mall of America in Las Vegas, Nevada. If you enjoyed the video, I hope that you will consider subscribing, giving it a thumbs up, and even hyping the video if you're so inclined. I would love to get it out to as many people as possible. I hope you have a great weekend, and I will see you on Tuesday with another video. Bye-bye.